I'm trying to get a scope of, I know Superintendent Pascarella mentioned not taking a pay increase. That's something that's being discussed potentially right now as a possibility, but it's hard to swallow, and I understand everybody deserves compensation for work done. But when we're talking about looking at the teacher's contract, which I have some significant concerns about, I have some issues here, obviously, with the administrator's salaries. I think a lot of people do. I know it was an arbitration. It was rejected, I believe, by the board. No? Yeah. But, hold on. And the chair will control who comes up here.
I'd like to stay out of the administrators.
Well, the reason I think it's appropriate, if we're talking about the whole city budget and how that impacts the city, I think we need to look at also how much is paid to other people within the school system.
For attorney reasons, I think that other people want to have questions.
And we can, just as a matter of, just a point of order, to Corporation Council, we can start a meeting later than notice, we just can't start it earlier than notice, correct?
That's correct.
Thank you. I know there's several council members up here that have concerns about what they see as increases, significant totals in the administrator salaries. And I think we need to get a sense of what the administrators on this spreadsheet are willing to potentially give back voluntarily to the city. We're looking at state worker layoffs, we're looking at state give back, furlough days, potential cuts in hours, equating to commensurate cuts in salaries. I think we need to look at the whole picture. And I have a question. Somebody indicated to me that, particularly pointed out two principals who are going from, in this second year, I think 09 and 10 of this contract, from roughly $118,000 to $129,000. And that represents about a 9% increase. And that is, I just want to see if is that accurate?
It is accurate.
Okay.
And the two positions you referenced are part of a arbitrated agreement.
I understand that.
Arbitrated award.
I understand that, and that's why I brought the issue of voluntary. I know it's arbitrated, and I know there's not much we can do about that.
I think, Tom, that your question, I think that there might be some confusion. There's the administrators, which there are 60 in the administrators union, approximately between 50 and 60, and then the cabinet members, Mr. Longo, Mr. Bray, Dr. Deluski, Dr. Glass, Joyce Emmett. They are not part, actually Joyce is, but the rest of them are not part of that union. So may I see that sheet?
Yes.
Right, so the cabinet members aren't part of that union, okay, that went into arbitration for the 4.5. Okay, their salaries, their contracts are negotiated and voted on by just the Board of Education during the springtime. Okay.
So now,
the board is mindful of the dire economic circumstances, and while I can't tell anyone out of respect to those individuals that we were referring to, I can tell you that the Board of Ed is very mindful, and that the tone has been set as far as the board is concerned by the superintendent freezing his pay.
just so I understand that, through the chair to the chair. So these 16 are the cabinet, and that their award, their compensation package is voted on by the Board of Ed.
There aren't, I don't think there are 16. Your list is an amalgamate of people. So like Dr. Glass, Dr. Deluski, Mr. Longo, Mr. Bray, and Joyce Emmett is a union member. Those are cabinet members. Okay, those contracts are voted on by the Board of Ed. Okay, they aren't for any union. I think that's where we were getting confused. So I hope that helped.
Thank you. Describes the category, but still the same concerns remain.